One of the most iconic elements of biathlon is its targets. 5 black circles that must turn white as quickly as possible. But where to start? From the left or from the right side?
I go from right to left.
Left to right, right to left.
From the right side.
I've done both ways over the years.
I don't know exactly why.
I'm a lefty and I just go from left to right.
You and your sister do exactly the opposite.
I don't know, I like to shoot from the right side, she like to shoot from the left side.
I have been working with quite a few coaches in the last couple of years. Each one of them has had a little bit of influence for sure.
The coaches aren't the only ones paying close attention to each athlete's pattern, as the TV host broadcasters can have a special camera following each of the shots.
For us it's really important. We have to know the shooting pattern to be on the right target on the first shot. So we are collecting all the shooting patterns from all the athletes and to correct if someone has changed patterns. But many of them are shooting from 1 to 5, from left to right on prone, and on standing they are shooting from right to left, so it changes.
The general belief is that this pattern is the common one, but we've taken a closer look at the numbers from men and women in the top 30. When looked at separately, right to left is dominant in the prone and even more so in the standing. But when looking at the combination of prone and standing, it looks like the majority do not change direction between positions. As it appears, most athletes shoot right to left in both stances. So why do some athletes switch, and how do they pick which side to start with? We've asked a couple shooting experts for their opinion.
We have seen very successful athletes shooting right, left or left, right. No difference.
The typical pattern, say for a right-handed shooter, is right to left, but there are a lot of people, for example, in prone that shoot left to right. And that's basically how the body works with the position. Some people, as you go across to the left, it can make the position looser as you go. For some people, it makes it tighter.
At prone, normally I go from left to right because my arm, it relaxes more going on this side.
I think that going from this side to this side tightens my position, which is why I do it rather than kind of opening up and falling forward, especially in standing.
Standing, I think, is a little bit more individual. It's basically about the rotation and twisting of the body. So some people, that depending on their stance, going through this way, they might get it looser or lose the balance in the position, or going the other way, they might keep the balance.
It depends on your position first. The way the athlete is holding the rifle with a lot of pressure, not so much.
How does the balance work for the person as they go through the targets, and just overall stability? Are they stable going through the targets this way?
Have you ever tried to change?
I change, but it doesn't work.
If they're consistently making mistakes on the last 2 targets, then it could be a problem with their natural point of aim. So, okay, let's try the other pattern and see if the group stays more centered as you go through.
Normally I shoot from the left side to the right side, but last year my coach told me I should change it. And now I shoot in prone from left to right and in standing from right to left because for concentration.
There's some athletes who do switch between prone and standing. Why do you think they do it?
I'm not really sure why they do it, but little change could help sometimes.
With some athletes we need to switch because they're a bit lazy. I mean lazy about aiming. Just changing the way make them a bit surprised, and then they put more focus on aiming, and then the results increase very, very fast.
I don't want them thinking so much, but at the same time, if they're racing and they're getting distracted, there are some distracting thoughts or just their mind goes somewhere else, having something that they have to actively do, sometimes that's a good way to occupy their mind and get them back on the work they need to do.
Do you think it's a mental or physical advantage to switch?
More mental than physical.
Maybe 60% mental and 40% physical.
If it is the body for some and mental for others, for sure it is individual to every athlete.
Each athlete is different, each position is different, and each way to use the position has to be different.
At the end of the day, I want to see the highest percentage, and whichever way produces the highest percentage and the most consistency, that's the way I'm going to want them to do it.